for us?
Sure.
If you don't mind. I'd love to hear it.
If I don't cry. Dear Mama, you just received the news. Your baby will be born with Down syndrome. And at this precise moment, your world has turned upside down. You are probably questioning, how did this happen? Why me? This cannot be true. This might be the most broken and vulnerable you have ever been. I know, Mama, because just like you, I had all those feelings too. My story is it's a happy story because the ending is her, but the journey was difficult. I was 13 weeks pregnant when I found out about her diagnosis. I found out that she was actually a 98% chance of having Down syndrome. It took a while to accept what was happening because it's not something that you expect to happen in any pregnancy. But I didn't get any information when I was discharged from the hospital until I spoke to somebody.
That conversation would lead Kelly Kaba to Gigi's Playhouse, where she finally found relief for her nerves and hope for a beautiful and loving life with her extraordinary baby, Abby.
Gladys was the one that told me all this information.
Clary Zeledon is the founder of Gigi's Playhouse in Miami. Gigi's Playhouse is a national organization that gives life tools to people with Down syndrome of all ages. Playhouses across the country provide speech therapy, tutoring lessons, dance and fitness classes, cooking lessons, and more to its members. They also connect families and members to local health and educational resources.
Being plugged into places like Gigi's, being plugged into a community that knows, educates other parents and how to act and how to, be able to be proactive in their kids' health, because in the end, the ones that benefit is them.
The reason why All Miami is here is because of my daughter Alejandra. She's 9 years old now, and she happened to have Down syndrome. When she was born, I really was looking very hard to find a place as a community, like a place where I could see not just only little ones, but I can see everyone with Down syndrome. And I found Gigi. I told my husband I was gonna go, let's go to Chicago and meet the founder, Nancy, and Gigi. I went there maybe 5 or 6 times before I decided I really wanted to bring them to Miami. So it took us almost 2 years to bring Gigi's Playhouse, and we officially opened it in 2020. That having a personal place now where they can play, they can learn, they can do many activities, it was great. We have touched so many hearts, not just only helping our kids, but volunteers, and they love it. They love it because they are making a difference in somebody else's life.
We're gonna do this one more time, guys. One more time, but we need the rest, okay?
So what I like to do with Gigi's is a comprehensive and total functional fitness class. I generally follow the CrossFit methodology. So what the cool thing about CrossFit is every single person can do it, whatever ability they are. We can all take the same CrossFit class, we can all do the same exact movements, we just maybe tailor them and alter them to the person's abilities and capacity. Any type of person that has Down syndrome, developing that balance and trying to improve on their skeletal muscle development is valuable to them being able to perform in everyday tasks. I see a group of individuals that don't quit. I see a group of individuals that don't say no.
Look! Yeah, now back down.
I would say my favorite thing about teaching Gigi's would be the sense of accomplishment that they have at the end. And sometimes I have to walk away, just like I got a little emotional here. Sometimes I have to walk away because you see sometimes quite literally the hurdles that they are overcoming that they never would have approached before. I had just recently retired from the Army and I had plans to move elsewhere. And because of Gigi's Playhouse and Gigi's Playhouse of Miami and Clary and all the athletes there, they are the 98% reason I have stayed. There was no reason I could leave those kids.
Good job.
The good when ready to win in.
I am the literacy coordinator. I am as well the tutor for Marvelyn. She's right here. This is her. We have a great bond. We've been working together for a year. I met her through Gigi's. Basically, as a tutor, my goal is to make sure she's a fluent reader. I have faith that in the next 6 months, we might get her to be able to read 100% just because of how much hard work she's put in. I never thought that in the past year that I've been with Gigi's, she would change my life so much. She changed my life so much that I'm now majoring in special education. Every day I continue to learn from her and she continues to learn from me. It's something mutual. I just don't teach her, she teaches me, and she's changed my life 360.
Since we've been open, we always been involved with the Down Syndrome Association of Miami. You know, they are our biggest supporter. They're incredible with us.
The Down Syndrome Association of Miami sponsors Gigi's Playhouse's cooking class every week. The organization also provides resources to people with Down syndrome in Miami-Dade County. It was started 17 years ago by parents of children with Down syndrome.
My son Alejandro, he was born in 2009 with Down syndrome.
I had my son Nicky in 2003 with Down syndrome, so a few of us kids were born around that time. That's when the group started.
My husband formed part of the board, the original 10 families that started setting this up, because we felt like we needed more services in this community of Miami-Dade County.
There's a big need for special needs, so our mission is to raise money to be able to support programs. We have a huge swim program. We also have soccer clinics throughout the year. We do social dances.
This is our annual event. 2,000 plus runners and walkers will be here today with their families. So it's a big event that sort of affirms our year-long mission, and it raises money for our programs, and it raises awareness in the community about what we do and about our kids, and showing how our kids can do anything that typical kids can do. It might take them a little longer, they might need a little more help, but they'll get there.
These kids, you know, many times they would just be sitting at home, but instead on a Saturday morning they're getting up and going to the swim program. They're getting involved.
These programs create a strong community for people with Down syndrome. Nick says his middle child, who doesn't have Down syndrome, was jealous of his older brother with Down syndrome and his friends when he was young.
And when he was little, one day he said, God, I wish I had Down syndrome. You guys do so much for my brother. It's it shows the effort and the family involvement.
When I found Maybelline, I realized like I never had a friend with my condition. But now I'm with her and I love her in my heart, bottom of my heart. I love Gigi's Playhouse, and of course I would say the word empower, because I can do like empowering stuff and like a lot of inspiring, and all. That's why I'm there, and they want me there, and they now everybody loves me. I feel like it's home for me. It's like my heart is like it's telling me that I found a place.
They're doing something for us, and I love Gigi a lot.
They can be part of the community just like you and I can be. They can go to work. They can learn to do as many things, in their own capacity.
We have one of the girls that working in Chick-fil-A, and another one was working in a Spanish restaurant. We actually trying to help the adults to become very independent, because one day if they do want to live alone, why not? They can live alone.
Wash your hands.
But the programs at Gigi's Playhouse are not paid for by the participants and their families. Instead, the organization relies on donations.
Right now, it's all donations. We haven't received a grant, and it's like us fundraising, finding like activities. Like for example, we did the golf tournament, we did a walk, but even that is not enough. I brought the place. I don't want the place to close, and I pray to God all the time for that.
All right. So we're back into the email category here.
I think Alejandra has done so well, because she has a place. She knows this was created because of her. And she knows it is not just only for her, it's for all her friends. And when we first started to put Gigi's together, I used to talk so much about Gigi that she was like, Gigi. So she feels like she's another Gigi, like a Gigi Miami.
She said she's there.
And this Gigi Miami helps new mothers know that their little ones with Down syndrome will be okay.
I went to Gigi's. I was like about 5-6 months pregnant. So I told my husband, hey, can we go look at it and see what this Gigi's is all about? So when I went there, they weren't really doing anything, but somehow Clary was in there with Alejandra, and Alejandra was having therapy. So I saw Alejandra. She was so beautiful. Dancing and saying hi, and with all this, she just had all this energy. I just looked at my husband and I go our baby's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right.
Oh, so sweet.
All these things in my mind that I think might go wrong, but she's gonna be all right.
All I said to her is, don't worry about anything. She's like another child, and they're gonna love her, and that's all you need to worry about. Taking care of her, love her, give her the tools that she needs, and she's gonna be fine.
You go, girl, you got it, you can't do it.
Her older daughter was there, and I allow her to have a little conversation with my daughter, so it feels like this is your little sister. It's gonna be she's different, but she's a sister, and she's gonna be amazing.
I think that was my first one-to-one with someone, because before it was just all through social media. That really helped. And in the future, I want to be that to someone else too. That we're not alone.
When I was pregnant, I wish I could have had that. And she had it. And it means a lot. Because I know that when you're pregnant, you feel that. You feel that you don't want to be alone. And finding a community so tight, like having a place like Gigi's, it makes a big difference.
With my support system at hand, I was able to persevere through every single trial. My baby is now thriving and surpassing every milestone. She radiates joy everywhere she goes, and I cannot imagine a life without her. Once you hold your baby, your little one, in your arms and look into their beautiful almond-shaped eyes, you will see the beautiful journey that lies ahead. Your experience may be difficult, but know that you got this. You will learn to love and find happiness again. So mama, go and prepare that beautiful nursery you envisioned. Plan that beautiful shower you dreamed of. Start making beautiful memories and begin to enjoy and celebrate your pregnancy. There is so much beauty that lies ahead, but most importantly, congratulations on your beautiful baby and welcome to the lucky few.